Static.
Yeah, so just walk me through how you would design a database in general. Like how would you split up the data, stuff like that.
Okay, so first we design a database. We need to figure out. Let me 1 second. Let me find. Maybe here is database. Okay. Now there are two different type of database. Like we have like SQL and NoSQL. So we need to know. So now we need to what is the SQL. SQL is you can understand SQL is relational database. So so for example, so SQL have the we can create multiple database table. Let me where's the table. Now first I just later I will talking about NoSQL. Now here we have like employee, maybe employee employee. Maybe here is like address. So it's these two table belong to the MySQL. Now we to SQL, right? We can sometimes we want to using like join. Do you know join? So we can use join, combine these two database together. So also we have primary key, right, and the foreign key. So naturally we have one to many, many to one, or many to many, or one to many. This kind of relationship we have in the MySQL. So now here, now NoSQL doesn't have table, doesn't have the join or other function. We cannot use the join, left join, right join, or inner join only belong to the MySQL, right? So
Okay.
NoSQL is kind of like NoSQL is kind of like, so first NoSQL is non-relational database.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Here's some. It's a non-relational database. So the table can be like JSON. I'm not sure. Do you know the JSON? Like this format. Maybe employee and the like ID. Employee ID. Something like that. And it's JSON format. I'm not doing. So it's JSON format. Okay.
What is JSON format?
JSON format. Okay, like
no, I'm saying what are you trying to do with JSON?
JSON. So NoSQL only use the JSON format our documentation or like the graph. The format is different comparing to the MySQL. MySQL is table, but NoSQL is JSON format like this way, and the ID and our ID or age something maybe 30 or address maybe something New York, something blah 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 something. Yeah, just it's kind of this format. The MySQL using the table. Table, right? The table.
Yeah. But when I'm asking you when you're trying to design a database, what are the important parts? What do you look for exactly?
Yeah. Also, yeah.
So have you done this before or not?
Yeah. I done this before. So
you walk me through how you did it.
Yes. So you depending on the requirement, right? Business requirement. If you want to write the complex queries, so you should be using the MySQL, or you want to use the if you know business requirement require you to do some combining two table, or you require you to query the complex query. If they want you to do that, you have to use MySQL. Otherwise, so when to use NoSQL, sometimes you want to handle a large data set. If you want to handle a large data set, or because NoSQL support the horizontal scaling, so which means I'm not sure. Do you know the sorting and the partitioning? Because NoSQL can support this kind of thing, which can improve the accessing. Sometimes we need to keep accessing database, right? But because so many people keep asking you database. So, but sometimes maybe you want to improve the performance, right? Here you can consider using the NoSQL database. It's more efficient. It's my experience, but I couldn't say it's totally correct. So
why is it more efficient to use a NoSQL database?
Everything depends on requirement.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, so if you want to handle large data set, you can use NoSQL, or you want to the requirement say, okay, sometimes maybe you need to scale up your database if they say this way, so you can use the NoSQL. Otherwise, maybe they will ask, okay, I want to write the complex query. So if he say this key point, okay, you just use MySQL because SQL can write query because they have parameters join, left join, right join, or nice where select is the query we can use. You know the query, right? We can use the where.
Yeah. But I'm more interested in how are you going to split data when you're defining it, when you're building the database?
Building a database.
How would you split the data up into different tables and maybe different databases depending on the requirement? In general, just walk me through that process, basically.
Oh wow. Okay. So here like we have employee, right?
Okay.
Maybe one employee. So for example, the employee. So maybe we're in the current employee ID and maybe address, maybe age. So we have many column, right? Maybe name, employee name. Now should be like here should be one. This person 30, maybe it's called Kevin. So use this format, right? So it's table. So it's very hard to write it. 1 second. Okay. So you need to define the employee ID for each employee. So which is unique. The ID must be unique. So you know the primary key, right? Primary represent the unique number. In this person age, this first employee, he is 30 age, and his name is Kevin, and maybe you have second employee. Oh, sorry, it's two. Maybe you call this one is 40 something else. Just something like that. You need to follow this way. You need to define how many columns you have. Everything depends on the requirement. They will give you the user story, and then you need, because in the company we have the database team. They will do this way, so you don't need to care about the database. Actually, you don't need to care about how to create the table, because we have the team to handle this one. But everything is still depending on the company. Maybe some company developer need to focus on, also need to working on the table. But some company they will you don't need to do this way, because they have something doing on the database developer. Do you know this way?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. That's fine. I understand.
Yeah.
I have more questions for you. In general, can you describe any of the features you built, stuff like that?
What kind of feature you mean?
Anything. Just what does your day look like in general?
Okay. Every day I need to attend daily stand-up meeting with other team member, and then we also need to discuss the progress with other team member. If I have any issue or blockers, so I need to discuss this part. And then after meeting, I need to working on the user story which is assigned to me. And then sometimes I will do some code review for other team member. So it's my daily work. And also you asked me in the future, in my project I use the microservice architecture. So because we know microservice architecture is more scalability, and it can bring the entire application into many small service based on the requirement. So it's kind of like we have the payment service. We have the where payment service, we have order. So we know order service. So order. So like when we receive the 1 second, let me remove this one. 1 second. So for example, here is people, right? Customer. You can imagine it's customer. Now the customer will make a request to our platform, right? So here I using the load balancer API gateway. I'm not sure. Do you know API gateway here? So 1 second.
I haven't heard of it. No.
Yeah. Okay. API gateway. API gateway can provide load balancer. Load balancer, you know, right? Load balancer.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Load balancer. And then the API gateway not only provide load balancer, also provide the security. So before you are logging the page, you must be fill out. No, you must be fill the. You need to enter your password and the username, right? So here, this API gateway will check you are not authenticate the user. If you are not an authenticate user, so here we have database. Maybe we call let me see, it's table. The table is user information. So information like the username and the password we store here. So when you make a request, maybe here you make a request, right? So the API gateway will receive a request and your information here. So we have the token. So token contain your information. So when the API gateway receive a request from you, then we ask the this user.
The token, okay.
Yeah, token is token. So ask the token. So make sure the token.
You build these tokens, or like how do they work exactly?
Okay, token. So
or they just generated like so with a hashing algorithm or something.
Yeah. Correct. So it just hash your information and it generate token, and the token will be stored in the. I just give in the brief in the database. So your information is actually token stored in the database. So now when you make a request, the API will receive a request and then ask the token to comparing right information. Make sure you information in our database, which we need to double check. If you are if the token is valid, okay, you are our customer. Okay, I will give you your permission to access or to buy some product. Is for example, is the Amazon. You are logging your information first, right? And kind of like checking the database first. So here, you know the cache, right? Cache. So it's cache. Because sometimes you log in, log out. It take much time. We don't want it to keep asking the accessing the database, right? Check your information. So we can use the Redis cache. Redis. It's for the caching your info. Yeah, storing your information. Do I spell correct? It's not correct, right? Redis.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, S at the end. Yeah. Not C, it's S.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
It's Redis cache, right? So the token will be stored here. So first, the API gateway will ask this cache first. Make sure your information already here, because maybe today you are logging, log out. You log in, log out so many times. So if first time you already log in, your information will put store in cache, and then you log out, you log in one more time. So here the API gateway will not asking the database directly, asking cache. the cache should be store your information. If yes, you are information in the right cache. Okay, now here maybe for example, now it's the Amazon. Okay, now you want to buy something, right? Here, you have the search, so you can use the ELK. But I will not build my project. I didn't use the ELK, so I just make simple.
ELB or ELK?
ELK is for the searching.
Elastic Kubernetes. I don't know what that is.
Don't worry, just skip it. Now we have older. So before we are starting here is microservice architecture, right? Older, and then we have payment. We have maybe delivery, right?
Okay, so these are all separate services. Okay.
Yeah, delivery.
So is this actually what you work on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and here also have the inventory, right?
Inventory. Okay.
Yeah, inventory.
So do you work on all these services or just one of
them?
No.
It's not real project. So I know the flow, so I couldn't tell you the real one, right? So I just give example. Now here, each service mean the order service just only do one thing, just order, and then here payment just do payment. Maybe you have debit card, you have credit card, your PayPal or something, third party bank. So here do the thing. The delivery, you need to provide your address because we need to deliver the product to your house, right? And then his inventory. So make sure we have enough product you can buy. So we need to check the inventory because we don't want to sell out. Sometimes maybe you want to buy something but already sold out, which means you cannot buy it, right? And then here we also a table, a database. So each service have their own table. And then so this table is order table. This table is payment table.
Dang, man, you know a lot.
No. And so delivery is inventory. So after that we need to send the email to if you finish your order, right? Then we send the email to you.
Confirmation email,
email, right? They will send sending email to you, and then we'll directly. So before sending here, we need to use the Kafka. So Kafka can make asynchronous communication. So Kafka have two services. One is the producer, and you have notification service. Oh, 1 second. Like this way. We have one more service. Here is notification service. Notification. This service between these two services, we have the Kafka. So Kafka have the partition. So the inventory we are sending the message to the Kafka, and the Kafka we are sending the message to the notification service, and the notification service we are saying to your. Oh, why is two?
Dang, man, you're good at this.
Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Right now, here, notifications are here between these two servers we're using Kafka. Now here, I forgot to mention here. So because sometimes maybe database will go down, right? If go down, which means we will lose your data. So in the meantime,
you replicate the data?
Yeah, definitely. So here we have the master and the slave strategy. So we can use like 1 second. here. So we call this one is slave.
Okay.
A slave rock slave.
Master slave architecture. Okay, I get it. I mean, you've explained it pretty well.
Yeah,
I think you passed the interview for this part, Cheng. I have another question for you.
Yeah, we need to.
Can you explain how multi-threading and I/O works?
Oh, okay. Multi-threading, right? So
Yeah, and input-output.
Input-output what?
General, let's say you're programming and you come across a race condition, right? How would you debug that?
How to debug that? We have a thread down. I'm not sure. Do you know the thread down? Because in the multiple thread, we have race condition, right, or in the deadlock. So this.
Yeah. Do you have like any examples of like what are the problems you faced when doing that?
Actually, I didn't use the multi-thread in my project, but I told you they have one way, because sometimes you need to know which thread start there, so cannot keep processing. So we can use the thread down. We can use the thread down. Use this formula. You can use this one. Okay. Yeah, this one can check the status of each thread. You can know, because you have multiple threads, not only one, right? Maybe 10. So maybe one thread start there. Maybe one thread, maybe there two threads have no race condition, or one thread deadlock there. So you need to find out which thread starting. So you can use this way. And now also you can use the join method. So join method means one thread must be wait until a last thread complete its execution. Okay. Yeah, it's one way. And you also can use the synchronous keyword. Synchronous keyword. So synchronous keyword had two different synchronous. We have synchronous method and the synchronous block. Oh, 1 second. Maybe I spell not correct, but you know what I mean, right?
I mean, this is language specific, but I mean in general, like, do you have an example of anytime you like deal with I/O operations or something like that, input-output operations, reading file from a disk, something like that?
No, actually, I didn't do that.
Okay.
Yeah, multiple thread. I never used it, but I had just basic knowledge for that. But yeah.
Okay. I mean, can you explain it in general?
In general, can you say again the question?
So, what is multi-threading in general to you?
So, multi-threading just can make asynchronous communication. So I would say is can quickly get. So sometimes we have two different communication. One is synchronous communication. So which means you need to wait. For example, you have the service. 1 second. You have client. You have service. Server make server. So now this client make a request to server. So the client needs to wait the server complete the task, and then we respond to the client. 1 second. Here, so it means synchronous communication. And second one, here. So now it's asynchronous communication. So this client, it doesn't need to wait for this response. He can make multiple requests to different server, and maybe this one, maybe this first server return a response first. You will receive a message from just know it's server 1, server 2. The server 1 maybe give you response first.
Okay.
Oh no, 1 second. It should be 2. Yeah. So maybe.
Are you front end or back end?
If it's back end. Yeah.
Back end. Okay.
Yeah. Are you mean client?
No. I mean, have you built and designed user interfaces, or like what do you do every day?
No,
You
most
describe
time.
some of your projects.
No. I did a little bit, but I'm not familiar with the front
Like, what do you
end.
do? Do you build applications, or like what do you do?
Most time you just developing the REST API. So they have you know the
Okay.
Spring Boot had three layer, right? Controller and the service and the repository, right? We have three layer. So one layer. This one is
So most of your day is dealing with Spring Boot.
yeah.
Okay.
It's controller, right?
What are you trying to? You're trying to build REST API. Okay.
Controller have multiple API we can build, right? In service is handle the business logic, and here repository repo we can make simple. Is called repo. So the control here have the customer, right? Customer make a request, and the control receive. We have many HTTP requests like get request, post request, delete request. We have received different requests from customer, and then we will pass the request to the service layer. And service layer do some calculation or something just business logic, and then here you will pass the service to the repo. Because there's too many interface we can use, like JPL repository. We can use JPL repository provide many built-in method like we can save. Well, here we also have database. So repo will save. Repo will do one thing, just connect with database. Maybe you want to save your data in the database. Maybe you want to retrieve your data from database, and then you get something back to the repo back to the service layer, and service layer back to the control layer, and return respond to the customer.
Yeah, but can you describe what you're doing? I mean, I understand what Spring Boot is. Like, assuming I do, I mean, how would you describe your projects? Like, what are you doing every day, most of the day?
Yeah, most day you just receive a requirement, right? I have a requirement from the manager, right? So we have Jira. We need to turn a user story from Jira, and then the task based on the higher priority, right? So they will mention, okay, this task is higher priority. So you need to take it first.
Yep.
And then after that, you need to download the report from the
GitHub.
Yeah, GitHub. Yeah. And then we need to study on the class, and we need to read the requirement. We have ticket, right? We need to read the requirement and the description, something, and then starting working on the controller, service, repo, and that. Actually, database we don't need to care because we have other teams to focus on the table. But we need to create database in my local computer. After that, I need to raise the ticket, and then the ticket will send to the database team. They will create a table in there before merging to the production. So I need to raise the ticket, and the ticket will send to the database team. The database team will create the table in there because they have permission for the table, right? I don't have permission, so that's why I need to create a database in my local. Because I need to testing. I need to testing, make sure everything smooth and everything correct. And then after that, I need to raise ticket. And yeah. Then I also need to do some JUnit and Mockito testing. Yeah, need to test right.
So what do you JUnit and Mockito?
So JUnit, they have two different type of in JUnit. So one is the unit test and the integration test. JUnit test mean, so for example, we have class, right? Maybe I have the address class. In the class, we have multiple method. Maybe just maybe get. Actually, it's no guess. Just something. Maybe just calculation something.
You have a lot of methods. I understand.
Yeah, many method here. So maybe I just call simple one, just N1 and 2. So here I need to have two different tests, right? Unit test. Unit test mean I need to check each method is working one by one.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. The integration testing mean I need to combine the entire method, make sure this H2 can communicate with H1, make sure these two methods working. Yeah, so we call this one as integration testing.
Dang, man, you know a lot.
No, and then Mockito mean for example, Mockito is kind of it kind of like maybe this service Azure service. Yeah, Azure service, and the Azure service connect to table, because before we merge our task to the production, right? So we need to testing. Maybe I need to check. Okay, I want to add Kevin to the table, but sometimes I don't want to mess up the table, right? So I need to make a copy.
Okay.
Yeah, just in the fake one, right? In the fake one. And the fake one will not stop.
I think you're a good developer. I think I got the picture, Chang. You passed the interview. Congratulations.
Really? Okay, thank you so much. Okay, let me start recording.